I know what you're gonna say. Best place to sit. Has he already ran out of ideas? No, I haven't. I still got plenty of ideas up in the old brain box. I just figured we could slow down for a second and unwind because of everything that's going on in the world. So I was surfing Skyrim's creation library when I stumbled upon this Benches of Skyrim mod created by Deucex. And all that the mod is 12 benches placed in seemingly random locations throughout Skyrim, where your character can just sit down and relax. And I thought, that seems like a very exciting video. So with all that being said, this is not going to be like any of my other videos, because all we are going to do is sit in each of these benches and see what kind of thoughts they inspire, if any at all. For some, it might be best to just soak in the silence and let the ambiance unclench your face muscles that you didn't even know were clenched. So if you have any studying or any kind of work that you need to do, this might be a good video to have on in the background. So, let's get started. Oh look, they left us some drinks. You know, I'm not much of a drinker, so we'll just leave those and double it for the next person. I guess those will have to do. Well, this bench sucks. I'm not a huge fan of Solstheim, but there's no reason for me to just start off by yucking your yum like that. If you enjoy being surrounded by ash all day, then by all means come to Solstheim, where you can get some ash anywhere at any time. Hell, there's so much ash here that you could practically eat ash. Ash yams, that is. Alright, I'll shut up so we can enjoy the view. Six out of 10. Windmills are cool. They make me think of the Netherlands, which then makes me think of Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso might be my favorite show ever. And I'm not even a soccer fan. But I mean, that show isn't about soccer, it's about being human, and the good and bad that comes along with that. Like, we all got problems. Soccer, or I guess football, is just the engine that they're using to drive the story. Saying Ted Lasso is about soccer is like saying Rocky is about boxing. It's just not true. If that were true, then they would have taught me the rules of those sports. But I still can't tell you what offsides means either. But what Ted Lasso did teach me was the power of believing and the power of curiosity. And sometimes it doesn't seem like there's enough of those things going around these days. It also taught me about Gezellig, which seems to be a great way to describe the scenery in this game. Oh look, the moon. Or at least one of them. 9 out of 10. I'm just gonna shut up for this one so we can bask in the rare Falkreath sun for a bit. Eight out of 10. Oh, nice. A sweet roll. I wonder if that's Nazim. This bench is kinda awkward. It's at a weird angle, making you look directly at this group of trees, when you could be looking over there where there's actually a view, even though it's not completely rendered. Is there anything special about these trees that's making you look at? Doesn't seem like it. Weird. Three out of 10. This is a cozy little spot. A little fire to keep me warm, some nice apple cabbage stew, some shelter from the bridge. This is lovely. But this spot makes me curious about Deus Ex's thought process about where to put these benches. Because surely your main thought would be to put them on cliff edges and overhangs, places where you could maximize your landscape intake. But this bench is hidden away in an area that minimizes landscape intake. And that makes sense because this is like an actual roadside stop, where you could rest a while on your travels and watch nature's TV. It's a welcome contrast from when you're always killing things. Seven out of 10. This bench is interesting because it forces you to watch how alive this world really is. It's not just you running around doing your little quests. There's families having relatable family problems. Like here, you have two parents working away on the family farm, first thing in the morning. Then comes the daughter after probably sleeping in too late. Father goes to have a word with her.
Fastrid, I wanted to talk with you.
What is it now?
Wilhelm said he saw you speaking to one of the pilgrims on the 7,000 steps. I told you that I didn't want you to go up there.
I know what you said, but I only wanted to speak to him for a moment.
Well, it stops now, and that's final.
Looks like she's curious about life outside the small town farm. I mean, who wouldn't be? Now it's Mom's turn.
I need you to pitch in a little more around here, dear.
I help, I do the chores. What else would you have me do?
I know your sights are set beyond this town, but for now, while you're under our roof, I need you to pitch in a little more.
Yes, Mother.
Telling her to pitch in more, maybe not sleep in so late. But the daughter accuses Mom of nagging her too much. Again, who hasn't? Think about it. These are some of the most relatable problems in our world. Yet here they are, recreated in Skyrim, a completely different and fabricated world. So if these NPCs are programmed to project the same problems as us, then who programmed us, and do we project the same problems they have? Are we living in their simulation like this family in Iverstead is living in ours? Does sitting in the seemingly harmless bench just make me have an existential crisis about reality? Yes. Ten out of 10. Now this is what I'm talking about. A gentle rain shower, shelter from a tree, a friendly mud crab to keep you company. These are the kind of spots that make you forget about your problems for a moment. Just observing natural beauty can be a subtle way to help you feel like everything's gonna be alright. Each drop of rain that hits you is nature's gentle way of reminding you that you aren't in charge. And there's no point in worrying about things that you can't control. So next time you feel overwhelmed or burnt out, go for a walk. It won't solve your problems, but it'll help you get into a better mind space that will help you solve problems. The world is bigger than you. Ten out of 10. We are gonna sit here for a while. Did I just sit in soup? 0 out of 10. I'm gonna tell you a story. I grew up in a place where there isn't so much light pollution that you can still see the starry night. But then I moved to the Chicago area where you can't see the stars at night. But one night I looked up, and somehow by some miracle, I was able to see the stars. And it was the first time that I felt genuinely homesick. It's crazy to think that we live in a world where stillness goes unappreciated. 10 out of 10. I really like this spot because I think it tells a story. Because why is it here? Why did someone take the time and energy it takes to drag a bench all the way out here and place it in this exact spot? And it's not just your average bench. This is a decorative artisan bench with details and shit. This is the kind of bench you see at the park with an engraving on it dedicated to a loved one who would have loved to sit in that bench with you and enjoy the view. Some woodworker took the effort to make a bench that mirrored the beauty of his wife and place it in a spot with a view that also resembles her beauty, so that the two of them could enjoy the view together one last time, just the two of them, when nothing else matters in that moment. That, or he made a bench, she was just some old hag who didn't appreciate him, so he just ditched it in the woods to be left alone for the rest of the time. I don't know, I'm just making this shit up. 9 out of 10. I don't have anything to say here. I think this is just a sit here and watch the moon kind of vibe. You know, the rock formation that the blue palace sits on looks like a wolf howling at the moon. Ten out of 10. I guess it's only fitting that we end where we started. Alpha and Omega and all that jazz. I guess I'll take this moment to thank you for coming on this journey with me. I know it wasn't the most exciting video, but not everything has to be action-packed and jammed into a 3-minute short. But if you stuck around the whole time while I blabbered on about stuff, I appreciate it. Let me know which spot you like the most, and maybe tell me if you have a favorite sitting spot. There's a good chance I'll make a video about it if I get enough clicks. But for now, I'm going to shut up so we can all fall asleep, surrounded by all this ash. Thank you and take care.